Hi everyone, today I'm going to answer some of the 4 questions on the topic, how does we process speeches? How does humans process speeches? So we have 4 questions, question number 6, 7, 8, and as well as the discussion. First, let's answer the first one, then number 6. When we recognize speeches, what is the advantages of having processing units that are dedicated to recognizing of just one word? So we already talk about the efficiency and speed. When we talk about the efficiency and accuracy, we talk about the efficiency and speed. When we talk about the speed, it means that how much or how quickly our brains generated and how fast our brains actually making up words, making up vocabularies, how efficiency it is, and how accurate it is. So our brains have the malfunction of the identifying, our brains have the dictionary, our brains have a system of the best guesses that actually generated how the best ones, like the best word are the millions of options to choose one, and the accuracy and speed. So the most advantages of having processing speed is that how much we can actually understand those words in speeches, as well as also the accuracy and speed. On to the next question, the second question. Will recognition of written words operate the same way as spoken words? First, I'm going to talk about the recognition of written words operate the same way. First is I'm going to talk about how we writing words operation and what it is to spoken word. First thing is that when we want to write, we know that we have to say it out loud ourselves in our own mind. Then we can generate or we can know what the word is and does it fit in the sentence of your passages, and those are what the differences. First thing, would recognition of written words operate in the same way? It's not actually the most the same. Because when we talk about what is the difference between writing words, when we talk about writing out the words, it doesn't actually much more than just spoken words. When we talk about this writing, it's more likely we get mistakes. When we talk it out loud, more likely it's we have more corrects on those vocabularies as well as grammars and other kind of mistakes problem. So yeah, with recognition, because recognition between the writing words and speaking word is totally different between each other. Move on to a question. How does sleep help us learn new words? First, we have to talk about the hippocampus part. Hippocampus is a part of where our brains store information, new words when after speeches, compared to the other of the cortex, the neocortex of our brains. Places where old words are stored after listening to speeches. Then, if we get a new words, we get a new vocabulary. They are all stored in the hippocampus, and the part are away from the cortex, totally away, far away. Then don't interrupt it. When you sleep, more likely those words are interfering with the old words. Then they mix them up. This scientists believe that this part can store more likely to have more information, as well as dissolve all the old words and get new information. That's when we wake up. Explosion words come out in your minds. You can share ideas. Explosion of words becoming. Moving on to the discussion question, last question here, is that speech perception and predictability a primary mechanism of human communication. Could they improve the future technology? If so, how? So we all know that the speech perception and prediction are primary mechanism for human connection or communication, and could they improve the future technology? Firstly, when we talk about how people communicated, we communicate every day. Everyone seems to have a conversation at least in their own day, at least in their life. Everyone have a conversation. So then this is a perception. This is perception as well as productivity of the primary mechanism. So this the speeches is actually one way people can communicate to each other, share ideas, share questions, or answer questions, or anything that involving speaking in speech. Then there is a mechanism of human communication. So could they be improved on the future technology? It's not actually much of those, because it depends on. Firstly, if we get speeches that are actually effective, because some speeches have bad ruins, root word, for example, that actually probably for our ages. The primary, the enemy of any kind of speeches are bad. Actually, the enemy of any good speeches. So if we talk about they could improve the future technology, it's not actually really, because sometimes speech is not actually involving technology. If we can invent for example machines that can actually a robot talking or giving a speech, then that could be actually improving the technology. If speeches can actually motivate us to get more speeches or more communication, or involve us to more likely to get invented this technology, then that could one. But it's how to do this is a hard thing. More likely when we talk about speeches, it's not actually appropriate, because sometimes it's not it's hard for people that actually invented this technology to actually invent it or to actually motivate us. So in the questions, if so, how is not actually appropriate. It's dependent on firstly how the popularity, what is the efficiency, and what is the consumption, what is the prices, and how hardworking is the people actually paying this to test for this intervention or technology machine. So this after this question you learned about the fourth question, how are people as species. This is the end of my answer question. Thank you for listening and goodbye.